Did you leave the last one up that we did? Just take that down.
I usually take it down after the game is over,
Makes sense.
so people know that the game is happening while the video is up. Then once the game is over, the video comes down. Joffrey gets in there first once again. What?
Do you think he just hangs out by the computer?
Joffrey,
he knows.
What is your strategy for being the first commenter, the first person into the chat, the first commenter? The people need to know.
I guess by this time, people should just expect a live stream every 2 weeks on Wednesday.
I guess. You think he's just waiting by the YouTubes, waiting for us to start?
It's possible.
I don't know. Seems like there could be other things you could be watching on YouTube, but I don't know. You never know. Cyrus is here. What's up, Cyrus? Shout out to Tommy. What's up, Tommy? DeGeneral20. What's up, guys? Coming at you from the Westgate. Here at a new bar this time. We usually hang out either at the Sportsbook Bar or the International Bar. What is this bar called?
It's a good question. I think it's about to get pretty busy, though.
Think so?
I think it's going to fill up here in a
There's
little
some people joining us. Well, maybe not us, but joining the bar restaurant.
Yeah.
I don't know what this place is called. I think it's an Italian restaurant.
Nice place, though.
On the Joseph James here. That's what we're on. This live stream is sponsored by Joseph James. They didn't give us anything to sponsor this, but happy to support a Las Vegas brewery, Joseph James. Are you familiar with Joseph James?
I didn't know they were. I know
Joseph James is from Las Vegas, Nevada.
There's what is that one that has to do with the cards out in Vegas? Bad Beat.
Bad Beat Brewing.
Yeah, that's the only one I'm really familiar with from Vegas. I'm sure there's a lot of good ones though.
There's a bunch of breweries here in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
There's Tenaya Creek is another one. What other breweries are there? Lots of them that I can't remember the names of right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot that are in Henderson, which is your neck of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Brad lives in Henderson, and his address is.
Yeah, I was like, oh, thanks for sharing that.
You don't want to give your address? Okay.
I don't want to give him. But you know what? Doug Polk moved in pretty close to where I live.
That's right. You guys are basically neighbors now.
Yeah, he lives like a half mile away from me. It was pretty cool.
We should get Doug Polk to come to a meetup game.
Yeah, this is our official invitation to Doug Polk for the next meetup game that we do. We're looking. How do you feel about January 3rd? I can make it work. You can. I'm not sure.
I can't commit to it just yet, but let's say it's 50-50. Let's say, 50-50.
So maybe put it in your calendar in pencil.
Yeah. My birthday is the 4th, so
yeah, that's why we should do the 3rd, because then we could do like an early celebration. You know, when it actually becomes your birthday, and then you know, after you recover a little bit, you'll have a few hours, and then you can go out and celebrate again.
It's an idea. These meetup games, they put me out of commission for approximately 2 days.
Yeah.
On average.
Pretty standard.
1.5 to 2 days. So it depends how hungover I really want to be on my exact birthday, I suppose.
Yeah.
But who knows? You know, you gotta do what you gotta do for the vlogs and for the meetup games. So
you got your 100th vlog coming up. It's pretty cool.
Story.
When you started doing the vlogs, were you like, hey, I'm gonna do it at least for 6 months, or at least for this many videos, or were you just like, you didn't think about that kind of a thing?
Not really. I didn't have any sort of like test period or goal to get to as far as numbers of either like number of vlogs or subscribers or anything like that. I think like vlog number 1 was just the test, since I called it the pilot, and then I felt like I was gonna get better at it. I felt like the first one was gonna suck, and then the next couple would suck a little bit less, and then they would get a little bit better. And if the whole process just sucked for me, if I didn't enjoy it at all, then I just wasn't going to do it anymore.
Yeah.
I guess that was like my sort of general strategy, but no, there wasn't like I'm going to do 20 and then see how it is. I think like the more you do it, the more you do anything, the better you're going to get at it, and probably the more you're going to get out of it. But I don't know. You can always bail out earlier than that if you want to.
Yeah.
I also sort of looked at it as like a journal of sorts, to where I kind of want to capture what I was up to for this portion, this time in my life, and then just do that until I got bored with it, or I captured it enough.
Yeah, I mean that makes a ton of sense. I wish I had a vlog of my accounting days.
I think that, you know, you add a lot of like comedy to your vlogs. I think you probably could have made a pretty good like accounting firm comedy vlog.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing like a parody vlog of accounting. Like,
yeah.
I'd be like, hey, you know, this isn't the first time I've made poker vlogs, and then kind of create like a fake accounting poker vlog.
Yeah.
And then show that, you know. I think people would think that might be funny. I don't know. Maybe not.
Who knows? Brad wants to know. I mean, not Brad. Cyrus wants to know, where's Cosmo?
Cosmo's actually at the hospital right now.
Oh, he's back in the hospital?
Yeah, just kind of for a
Sucks.
checkup. There's been a lot of stuff that's been going on where he just hasn't completely recovered. So we're trying to figure out exactly what's wrong and trying to make him better. He has one kidney that's completely fine. The other one still trying to get better. So they're going to do some stuff today, but it wasn't like an emergency, so they didn't get to it. So they're going to get to it tomorrow, I guess.
Sorry to bring a downer into the mug live stream.
Yeah, man, this is a holiday 2-3 meetup game. We're supposed to be having fun. We've got some Skittles here.
Yep, we got Skittles.
We've got
Joshua wants a yeehaw.
Shit.
We got Brad almost shutting down the live stream.
Everything almost came down there.
Kentucky here. Maybe Nimi can donate a kidney to Cosmo.
No, I don't think we'll ask Nimi to do that. But yeah, we got some gifts for some people.
Wow.
Not just some treats, I guess.
Sour Patch Kids.
These are some
candy canes.
Some special candy canes, man.
Oh my goodness. You
we got the
guys,
traditional ones.
you know, some people want rake back when they play poker.
Yep.
Some people want candy canes. Come and get it. Come get it at the meetup game tonight at the Westgate, 7 p.m. There you go. Live stream over. Call it a night? No, we'll hang out for a little bit. We got to get through this Joseph James Stout first, and Brad's on the 90-minute IPA. Another good choice. Brad looks drunk. LOL, says Greg.
Yeah, I mean, I've had 1.5 drinks so far, so I'm pretty hammered.
They hooked it up with the room. We got a room deal here at the Westgate. If anyone needs a room, $50, all inclusive. Taxes, what's it called? Resort fees, $50. You can stay steps from the strip here at the Westgate.
It's about 2,000 steps.
Sure, whatever. I've never counted, but
yeah, it's actually really close though. Real close to the Wynn. North side. What up? What do we got here?
We got Alex Clark wants to know after party tonight.
Hell yeah.
Unfortunately, yes, there will be an after party. And tomorrow I will be, once again, deathly hungover. And then on Friday, I'm flying out of here, flying out of Vegas.
You are? So you're going home?
Yeah, it's time for some...
Is that the 23rd?
Michigan, what?
Is that the 23rd? The Saturday?
22nd, I think. So it is the 20th, right?
Yeah.
No, Friday. Friday I'm going.
Friday.
So 22nd, I'm off to Michigan. Any Michigan peeps in the chat? It's Michigan hype. Looking forward to that, even though it'll be freezing there, I'm sure. Gonna have to make a trip to Motor City Casino. Maybe stop by MGM Grand Casino.
You ever seen, so you're gonna shoot a vlog out there?
I think I might have to.
I think anytime you travel, it's just a good idea. You know, it's fun. People like to see travel.
It's always good to get some variety in the videos, the YouTube videos. I don't know, I think, what do you think about this? Is vlogging 510 at the Bellagio getting a little stale?
So for me, I enjoy listening to you talk about a little bit like more mid stakes or higher stakes, you know? So for me, I enjoy like the 5-10 hands, but I also really enjoy seeing the table footage. I think that adds a lot to the vlog.
Yeah. Seems like the responses in the chat are 50-50 thus far. No, yes, no, yes.
It's not too surprising.
Yeah. So there's this massive bad beat jackpot going on right now at Motor City Casino. It's over $1 million.
Wow. What's the requirement?
That's what makes it hard. I think it's like quad sevens or something
That's
like that.
not that bad. I mean, in San Francisco,
I think it's quads over quads specifically.
That's usually what. Oh, so you can't do straight flush over quads?
I don't think so, but I'm not positive. I think it's just quads over quads and has to. Oh, somebody says any quads over any quads. Kevin says any quads.
So that's not that bad.
That's better. So yeah, but
Yeah,
no straight flush versus quads.
In the Bay Area, at
I could be wrong about all this, by the way. I don't live there. I could be giving all the wrong info, but whatever. It's over $1 million. I know that much.
It's a lot. That's huge.
Yeah.
The Caesars properties used to get big jackpots like that. I think the biggest one that I heard of was like 800 or 900K.
Yeah.
But
That
now
was
they
pretty
don't
cool
have
when
that
they
at
had
all
that.
anymore.
That was cool when they did that. It was pretty short lived. They maybe only did that for a year, something
Okay.
like that. But that was really cool because it was like every Caesars property was linked. So
Yeah.
it wasn't just like Caesars Palace where they had the jackpot. So if you were playing in the room in any Caesars property, you got to share. So I thought that was pretty fun.
When are we going to the East Coast?
You want a date? You need a date right now? It's gonna be tough to come up with a date right now, but
Nick Ferguson. He says, "What's up from San Diego?" He came out to the meetup game in Arizona.
What's up, Nick?
How you doing, man?
Ferguson in the chat.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Definitely going to be coming. I want to do. What are your thoughts on like doing, like Foxwoods or whatever Mohegan?
That would be awesome. I would love to do
versus
that. Okay.
an entire East Coast like road trip
Okay.
where we either start in Florida or start in Maine or something.
I've been a big proponent for a whole like a 2-week thing where we go around. I think that'd
I
be
think it would
awesome.
take longer than 2 weeks
Yeah, probably would.
because we'd want to be making vlogs along the way, so you'd have to take like
I'm
a
into
day or
that,
two to edit and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Although, I will say that after vlog number 100 gets posted, I want to like experiment a little bit and see if I can find someone to help me with the editing. So maybe there'll be like a couple changes here and there. Nothing drastic, but who knows. But yeah, I think it'd be awesome to do an entire East Coast trip. There's so many spots to hit along the East Coast.
Yeah,
all
that'd
the
be
way up
great.
and
I'd
down the
love to do
coast.
that.
So,
guys.
I didn't know who you were talking to. Rick wants to know, where are you now? Maybe you should ask the name of the restaurant.
I'm gonna go look. I think it's just.
You could just look over the edge here. Brad's gonna go investigate.
All right.
He's got the answer.
Should we give it out? I feel like that
Yes.
guy's gonna come rob us.
Give it out.
We're
Let the people
Fresco
know.
at
Fresco.
the Westgate.
Fresco at the Westgate. Come find us. If anybody is watching this and come finds us, I'll give you $10 cash. No,
And
chips.
and a ton of Skittles.
Westgate chips. The first person who comes and finds us gets $10
Yeah.
in Westgate chips. I even have it in my pocket right now.
Stop and Memphis.
My Christmas
So
gift.
yeah, this is what we do every live stream. No one's really come through on
There's
my
gonna be a
end.
bunch of people coming. Rick says coming. Poker Dude says coming.
No one's really. So every live stream, we tell people to talk to their poker room managers, ask them if they'll allow us to film. Maybe show them managers vlog. Show them how many views they
Yeah.
get, and
Somebody reached out to me recently about Firehouse, I think it's called. In
Where's that?
Michigan. It's in the west side of Michigan, just outside Grand Rapids. Firehouse? Is that the name of it? Never been there, but I know they get a lot of games going, and I think PLO is decently big there. Firekeepers, that's right. It says AJS Whitall.
so we've got permission to film there.
It's in Battle
Apparently?
Creek. I think they talked to the poker room manager, and they want us to reach out to them.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, just you the new business email. You want to give that out and just have people write it down and give it to their poker room manager or something at some point. I guess maybe now's not the time.
The new business email?
Yeah, you've got your own business. A lot of times when I get emails from you now, it says like business inquiry or something like
Oh,
that.
well, yeah. I thought you meant like a Mugs business email.
No.
Specifically.
No.
We should have one.
We should, yeah.
We should set one up. Can you do that tomorrow?
Sure. Yeah, tomorrow. I'm gonna be pretty hungover tomorrow. I imagine.
I'm gonna be more hungover though because I'm older than you.
You think that? Yeah.
Yes. That's a thing.
It's been pretty rough lately. Like, I don't think we could do these once a week. You know.
No. Absolutely not.
We give it our
This
all.
will never be once a week. These meetup games will never be once a week. Twice bi-weekly is exhausting. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, I should mention that I'm just gonna make it official. I'm not vlogging this one. Brad is vlogging this one, this night, this meetup game. I am gonna be posting stories on my Instagram page, which is YAY Andrew. So if you guys want to see some stories after we end this little live stream, direct from tonight, I'm posting all that stuff on my Instagram page.
And this vlog is gonna come out in about a month. So I'm
Okay.
a month behind. I'm
So-
pretty far behind. How do you stay up to date on everything? It's
just
pretty
do.
tough. Yeah.
You just do.
What's like the furthest lag, or what's the longest lag time you've had between a session and when you put out the vlog? Like a week, maybe?
It's going to be the 100th vlog. So another thing I should mention is that I have the 100th vlog all recorded. I think. I haven't watched like any of the footage or whatever, but assuming everything is fine with the footage, which it almost always is, I have the 100th vlog all recorded. This guy's looking at us like he's coming to collect $10 right now. But 100th vlog is recorded. I just need to edit it.
You've got a winner, man.
It's going to take me a little while to edit the 100th vlog. You should come over here and join the live stream. He's got a nice shirt on. We've got a $10 winner on our hands. Look at this. $10 in Westgate money.
On $10.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
How's it going?
Good.
Nice
Work.
shirt.
Thank you.
Big winner.
But I can't take this, so you guys gotta buy another round with it.
What do you mean you can't take it?
Yeah, no, you gotta
You
buy
can
a round.
take it.
I can buy a round of drinks with it for you.
Well, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Are you gonna have a beverage?
I don't drink.
You don't.
I don't.
I think you might have told me this before, right?
It's possible. It's possible.
Yeah, you told me. I think you told me this last time. Show off that shirt. You should come down and say, I forgot your name again. I'm sorry.
Corey.
Corey's here with a fantastic shirt.
I figured if I
And,
wore it, the flops would be favorable for me. So
That's usually how it works. To be honest with you, it's the closest thing to guaranteed as it gets,
Is that how it goes?
without actually being guaranteed.
I like it.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I think you should take these though.
All right. Well, a round of drinks is gonna come.
All right.
So that's how it works.
That works.
Perfect.
No
man.
complaints.
Nice. I'll see you guys in there.
All right.
All right, sounds good.
Perfect. Appreciate it.
See you.
Yeah.
See you, Corey. That was Corey wearing a nice shirt, the black on black version.
Yeah, man.
Heard of it?
Oh yeah, I own it. Well, no, I own a black and white one.
You own a white on black?
Every time Andrew comes out with some new swag, try and get some for free from him.
And you usually don't.
What?
You usually don't get it for free though, do you? Not really into giving free swag.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
Just
I got
not.
a
Just
free
not.
shirt.
There's no giveaways here.
And I got a free shirt and a free hat.
Yeah. Bad
I'm
Beat
gonna
and
buy a
Motor City is
sweatshirt.
1 million, says Anthony. Anthony, we already covered that.
You know what
We
we
went
gotta
over
do
that.
actually?
Anthony,
if we're
you're
gonna
late.
do an East Coast thing, I think we gotta start in like Montreal. Someone just typed something about Montreal,
I mean,
and I wanted to go there for a while.
it's getting to be.
We have to do a whole Canadian tour too.
Massive.
We gotta do an East Coast thing.
Yeah.
and,
Maybe the Canadian tour should be one, and then the East Coast thing should be another one.
Yeah, probably do two.
Because you could do like west to east,
West-
and then
West to East, Canada.
yeah.
It's it's a lot of ground to cover.
I mean, I think it'd be fun.
But I'm for sure going to Saskatchewan at some point.
See you in there.
See you, man. Yeah, I've already said that I was gonna go to Saskatchewan at some
Yeah?
point because
What part of the year do you think you're gonna go?
it's a good question. It's tough. I'm going to Oslo at the end of May.
Really?
Yeah.
For what reason?
My buddy Benito, who I did the best man speech for,
Yeah, I remember the video.
he invited me to go, and it's fun.
Oslo.
I really just enjoy going to
That's
new
in
countries.
Norway.
Yeah. Probably a lot of Norwegian guys in the chat.
Anybody from Norway in the chat, let us know. Hey,
guy just walked up. He's
Corey.
like, I want to get these guys around.
Corey
Awesome.
came through with the round.
Corey.
There you go,
Thanks,
guys.
thanks a
You're
lot.
very welcome.
Thank
Do you want to say hi to the video here?
What are we doing?
Oh, we're just hanging out here,
What's
and
going on? You know, a little live.
we got 378 friends here.
Nice.
What's your
Yeah.
name?
Steve.
Steve. Thanks for serving us some beverages.
Anytime. My pleasure.
Great service here. That was Steve.
Bad Beat Norway is $1 million. Cool.
Bad Beat Norway, Oslo,
Apparently.
Oslo Casino in.
But if they, I haven't done any research because it's a pretty relatively new development. So if there are some casinos in Norway, then I'll definitely visit. You know.
Yeah. So yeah, that'd be a. Do you need a? You should get a drone before you go.
I like that you have the drone. I like that that's your thing. You
Is
know?
it though? I mean,
I feel like it is.
I'm pretty sure there's like millions of other people that have drones.
There's a lot of people, but I like that you do the drone.
Why don't you want to do the drone?
It just feels like copying you too much, you know? Doing the whole poker vlog thing is already like copying you enough. I don't also want to do the drone.
Jamin has a
right.
drone. It's just another camera.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's just another camera.
I just like that you do it.
Brad likes recording everything on his cell phone, and aside
Yeah.
from the office shots, the home office shots.
Someone just said the cat is Brad's thing. Yeah, I got the cat. You know, I was actually...
You got the cat, I got the drone.
Pretty much.
John asks, do you chew, Andrew? No, I never got into the tobacco thing in any fashion. Yourself?
Never even tried chewing.
I've never tried chewing either. What's going on? Come around this way. Come say hi. Unfortunately, you missed out on the $10 because someone else was already here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a true story. What's going on?
Oh, not much. How you doing?
What's up, man? I'm Brad.
Brad? William.
Nice to meet
William. We got William in the house. Corey already came by and scooped up the $10.
Oh, is that right? He
Yeah.
was here too?
Corey beat you to the punch. Where are you from, William?
California. Yeah.
Whereabouts?
Hotel California. I
Oh
think.
yeah. In the hotel.
Fontana,
Okay.
Yeah, I just drive trucks, so I'm all
Oh,
over
okay.
the country. I'm never home,
Gotcha.
but I'll watch you guys on YouTube.
Awesome.
And I was like, oh man, maybe I can get $10 out of the Big Time Poker Star.
Corey was fast. William drives trucks all over, somewhat based in California, but no
Yeah.
real home base.
Huh?
No real home base specifically.
No, I'm waiting.
Someone asked, when do we plan on playing poker in Detroit? Andrew's coming out there for Christmas, so he said he's planning on making a vlog. Maybe at the end of January we'll do a meetup game out there.
No, I would fumble too much. I don't know the poker. I don't know poker that well. I mean,
Okay.
I've been playing craps. I watched the Vegas Nights.
Someone said give him
I won-
$10.
I won a little bit of money on.
Here you
on
go.
the-
Here's
yeah.
$10, man.
It's-
We'll give you
it's-
10.
oh,
We'll give you
no,
10.
It's Christmas.
Courtesy of someone in the chat.
It's
They said
Christmas.
give you $10.
That's really
We'll give you 10.
Yeah.
That's totally awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you
man.
so much.
Thanks for
I'll
coming
trade
by.
that.
Yep.
Yeah, the Golden Knights one. I went to.
Did you go to the
I was
game
in
last
Dallas,
night?
The first game, I was in Dallas. I broke down. I went to their first game, and then I went to New York, and I actually went to the New York Islanders
Yeah.
and the New York Rangers, and then I made it here for this game. So
You were at the game last night?
no, I was here.
Put out more
I won a
Cosmo
lot of money
shirts.
on the
I'm coming out with a hoodie soon, guys. It's gonna be really cool. The shirts, actually, you know what?
Bought all kinds of stuff today.
Someone, okay.
Vegas Knights jacket.
Got a Cosmo shirt on right
I still
now.
haven't been to a
Keep
game.
Cosmo
I need
with
to
me.
get to a game.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're putting out hoodies pretty soon,
cool.
which are really cool, man. They're
it's
gonna be
awesome
like
how well they're
specific to
doing.
poker
Yeah,
players,
I wanna go to,
which
I wanna make it to the Washington
which I'm excited for. It's gonna be awesome. And then I'm really gonna put out that Cosmo song. I don't know if you guys saw the last episode that I put out, but I mentioned Cosmo's putting out a rap song. I'm gonna make a rap video with Cosmo. It's gonna be fun.
All right, let's look forward to that. That was
Seriously.
cool. That was cool that William came by. He was a nice dude. He drives trucks.
Yeah, man. So there's actually a Hotel California. It's right off the 580 in right next to Oakland. So that's kind of where my mind went. Didn't really go to the song. Or
It's
like-
called Hotel California,
Yeah.
and that's not the one that the song is written about, though.
No, I don't think this song is written about a specific hotel.
No.
I'm not sure. Maybe.
I thought it might have been written about like the Beverly Hills Hotel in LA or something like that.
That might make sense. Yeah.
But that's not. Don't take my word for that one.
What current celeb poker player is your fave? My fave is Andrew Nemi.
I think you're being facetious.
A little bit, but not.
Let's
not
hear
really.
your actual favorite, famous, like old school
So-
TV pro.
So there aren't really like a ton of poker players that I see now that I'm like super excited about seeing anymore. But like the original guys, like seeing like Doyle Brunson, Gus Hansen, Phil Ivey, Daniel Negreanu,
That's too many. We need one.
Phil
favorite.
Hellmuth.
One or
those guys are like
What's-
I get excited about.
what's
seeing,
your
you know,
all-time
if they're in
favorite?
Bobby's room, I'll like look in Bobby's room and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby's room is dope. I mean, it's cool just to see those guys just there. You could be playing in a 1-3 game, and literally 20 feet away is Doyle Brunson playing 1,500, 3,000.
Yeah, that's the coolest thing about poker is that it's important for like the super top guys to be like friendly with everybody and like open to playing games with anyone who wants to play with them, you know? So they're pretty accessible, especially through Twitter. It's crazy how you can kind of just get in touch with anybody on Twitter now. Do you feel like that? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about?
How you can just message somebody and they'll reply to you?
Yeah, like
Yeah, I think that's
Negreanu
awesome.
is like super responsive and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. Negreanu and I, we had a little back and forth. Not really super detailed, but talking about Red Wings and Steve Yzerman and hockey, and it's cool to just be able to message.
That was on Twitter?
Yeah,
Okay, that's
just
cool.
just reply to a tweet, and you're in touch with some of the guys that you look up to in your profession. So that's pretty dope.
Well, I mean, what was much
Social
cooler-
media. This social media thing might actually become something one day. You think?
I think so, man. I think you're onto something.
Yeah, I might be onto something here. We might want to look into this. Hotel California is the song is in Baja California in Mexico.
All right, good to know.
Hotel California in the song is in Baja California in Mexico. It says Robert S. You know, there's so much you can learn that you don't know just by asking the chat and
Yeah.
just crowdsourcing information. What could we not accomplish here, sitting here? Like, we could probably like start a business right here at this table and just ask all the questions for things we need to know and learn about, and the chat would fill us in.
Okay, back to the question though about like favorite poker players. What about you? Are there any guys who like if Phil Ivey walked into Bellagio, would you be like, oh man, that's awesome? That's
Yeah, Phil. I mean, because Phil Ivey's like such an enigma. You know, he's like, what is he up to next? You know.
Yeah.
One day he's like crushing Macau. The next day he's like crushing Baccarat in Atlantic City. The next day he's like going to the Supreme Court. The next day he's like, who knows what.
yeah. So he's one of those guys. then.
Yeah, he's something that like might make your poker head turn a little bit. My original like favorites, I guess, were like Antonio and
Yeah.
Daniel. Those are the dudes that really sort of like drew me into poker, just because they were they had just big personalities,
Yeah.
and they just seem like pretty good dudes. So those guys.
Yeah,
And Doyle. I mean, Doyle's
Patrick
such a classic.
Antonius I left out too, but I think he's a really interesting guy. It's just fun to watch all those guys play like poker after dark. Like that was something that I was really into. So that was fun.
Did I ever tell you my? I feel like I told this story once somewhere. Did I tell you my Patrick Antonius story about
No.
when I was at my last job, my actual last job that I had? P. Fox says Patrick Antonius is dreamy. He is. He's a dreamy man. So my last job in Los Angeles was I was working for a small, like, marketing / advertising agency. Very small, very like super small. And one of the accounts happened to be building Patrick Antonius's personal website.
Some notes there.
That's an order. Somebody just purchased something on favorableapparel.com. So I don't know if that person's watching, but thanks for that if you are. So we were building the personal website for Patrick Antonius. This was before Full Tilt. He was, I think, sponsored by some site called Martin's Poker, which is like, you remember this dude Martin DeKnife? Anyway, he was repping this site, but he needed a personal website built, and so through whatever connections, this small marketing company that I was working for ended up being the company that was tasked with building his site, we did like a photo shoot for him, and so if you Google Patrick Antonius and you go like into the image search and you see like where he's standing in front of his Aston Martin where it's like parked sideways in the middle of the road, and there's another one where he's like holding up a Bellagio 5K chip. Like, that's the company I was working for that did the photo shoot.
Why is he holding up a 5K chip? You think he'd hold up like a 100K chip or something? You know?
I don't even know if they had 100K chips back then.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
Or
I
a
don't know.
25K. I mean,
Yeah, maybe. I don't
they had
know.
cranberries, right?
I think they said that he had like a big bag of 5K chips at his place. When they went to do the photo shoot at his house, he just had like a big bag of 5K chips. But so this was just before the first World Series of Poker Europe happened, and they wanted to have some content on Patrick's site as far as like a blog. So I took it upon myself to write like the first 1 or 2 entries on Patrick's blog in the voice of Patrick, where he's talking about going to the World Series of Poker Europe. And they had like 3 events back then.
So hold on. So you pretended you were Patrick
Yes.
for this blog? Okay.
So they had like 3 events in the World Series of Poker Europe. It was like the 10K main event. They had like a PLO event and a smaller no limit event or something like that. I don't remember. The first World Series of Poker Europe had like 3 events. So I was like, I just like typed it out. I was like, they brought the 3 most prestigious events into the World Series of Poker Europe, and I'm looking forward to going play these, blah, 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 blah. And this was like the entry that was posted on Patrick Antonius' site that I wrote in the voice of Patrick.
All right, we're going to have to look this up.
I don't think I'll be able to find it because the site's long gone by now. But you can try and find it.
So sometimes when you write emails that I'm copied on, I'm very impressed.
Oh, yeah?
Like, yeah, I mean, with you have a background in writing. You did the, what was the company that you did the poker articles for? Or Poker Media?
Pokerati?
Pokerati, yeah.
Yeah.
So what exactly did you do for them?
I was just blogging. I was doing like
Blogging,
my
yeah.
own blog because I thought that like Pokerati used to be sort of like a news / gossip / my buddy Dan Mahalski called it pseudo journalism in the poker world or whatever. So it was basically like covering things that were going on in the poker industry. This was like mid to late 2000s.
Yeah.
And as well as like into the next couple of years after that or whatever.
Did you have a background in writing at all, or no? They're just like, oh, did you submit like a sample or something?
I think I might have been. I think I did a couple blogs on my own or something, but yeah, I think I had a couple of my own blogs and just gave it to him. We need to give a quick shout out to Cheeseburgers 747. Happy birthday, Andrew! It's not my birthday. It's my birthday on the 4th of January. Mark it on your calendar. No, I'm just kidding. But thanks for that, Cheeseburgers. Thanks for the early tip, early gift.
So we got an interesting question here.
How do you sit at the poker table?
That wasn't the one I was thinking of.
Oh, okay.
The one above that?
I didn't see it.
Yeah, we'll just skip it.
Okay.
No, will either of you have children?
I think that's sort of like the general plan. I've never tried to have children, so I don't really know, to be honest with you.
I definitely want to have kids, so yeah. And then, Brad, have you ever had a job? Yep, I've had a few of them, a lot of them actually.
I like how you're keeping on top of these questions.
Yeah. So my first job, I was a referee, soccer referee. Then I worked in catering.
Soccer referee.
Yep.
So do you watch any soccer these days, or keep on top
No,
of?
no, not really. Especially with like U.S. out of the World Cup, it kind of sucks. But yeah, I leased apartments right after college. What's up, man?
My buddy Ben. My good buddy
and then
Ben.
and
Off
then
he
I
goes.
worked for one
He's
of the
gonna
big four.
He's gonna go
accounting
trade
firms.
some crypto, and then he's gonna put the profits. He's gonna put the profits to work in the game.
Are you guys in crypto at all? So, Check Raise Charles, my buddy, he's noticed that you're following a lot of new cryptocurrency guys on Twitter.
That's
And
really like
he brought it out. He like brought up that to me.
that's kind of creepy that he knows that.
It's crazy how much information. I mean, you make videos of your life. You're on Twitter. People can follow you pretty closely these days. You know.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you go into Twitter, you can see, like, if you go into who someone is following, it's listed in chronological order, I think.
Yeah.
So you can see, like, what's catching someone's interest. And yeah, so, like, most recently I've been following, like, a lot of crypto dudes to try and get as much,
I think.
get my learn on as much as possible.
Personally, I think it's. I'm in crypto, not a ton, but I mean it's done really well. So I've been into it since like April or May, and it's done really well since then, which is great. And I'm thinking about getting out of it because I don't know how long it can keep this up, especially Bitcoin and Ethereum and Litecoin have crushed lately. I think Litecoin's down today, but yeah, I don't know how much you guys are all into crypto. So
I'm trying to learn. I feel like right now it's like the early stages of the .com bubble,
yeah,
where there's so many coins, it's tokens or whatever the hell
Yeah.
they are, all these different business ideas where it's existing on the blockchain or whatever, and it's anonymous and all these buzzwords, and people are just firing at these things, and it's impossible to tell. My buddy Hema, who I've mentioned, who's been in the vlogs, who trades now, said that everybody is just trading or investing based on like sentiment, and it's impossible to tell like what actual value is for these different currencies or tokens or whatever.
yeah.
And there's no way to tell like what the actual value is. So it's like just madness out there right now, and it's just like it's pretty similar to the early .com days where people were just firing at all different sorts of things and crazy valuations, and who knows like what anything is actually worth, what these companies or projects, I guess, are made of.
Yeah, just a little bit scary for sure, especially with like how quickly it's gone up just within the last few weeks, or like in terms of Bitcoin, the last 3 months it's like gone up.
Yeah, well, I mean, I missed the boat. I'm not crypto rich, like certainly some other people are in the poker world now.
A lot of people. I mean, Doug Polk, he's been.
Doug seems like he could probably retire and call it a day. No, I don't know. I have no idea, but I know his buddy Jason Moe has to be like pretty well off.
Does Boosie play poker? Someone asked.
No, but she, if you listen to our most recent podcast that we did, she hopped into the online streets. So she gives a recount of some interesting hands that she played. If you want to go listen to our podcast, which is called Tells. Find it on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Store, whatever that is. I'm not very like Android.
Cyrus has been asking how are my parents? Parents are good, man. I'm gonna go back up north, Northern California, in a couple days. I think same day as you, probably 22nd or 23rd. Spend some time up there, and then you might see me. I'll be in Tahoe for New Year's. Play at the Pepper Mill over that time.
That sounds fun.
Yeah,
Are you gonna go skiing?
it's a good question. I'm not sure yet.
Do you ski or snowboard?
I snowboard.
Me too.
Yeah.
You
My
should
birthday,
you
some-
should go snowboarding and take a drone with you and fly the drone overhead while you snowboard down the mountain.
Yeah. You know
And
what we
then
should
take
do?
that
You know
drone-
what would be fun? If we did a collab vlog at some point.
Like both of our footages and both of us editing it.
Yeah, and we just add different things. We add like different comedic things. You use
an
the
idea.
drone.
That's an idea. We could do that.
Maybe if we do like the
You could have
traveling
your
mugs.
expert hand analysis and my fantastic cinematography. And we'll end up with a very subpar product because both of us doing those things
Everyone
are
will
very
hate
like, average.
No, I think it could be
We'll
fun.
hate it.
Just a one time thing. See how it goes.
I want to give a shout out to Johnny Vibes. I saw Johnny Vibes
Yeah,
in the
man.
chat. If you guys want to see some quality poker blogging, go check out Johnny Vibes. I know him as a couple different names. Timo, he's been around the poker scene for a bunch of years. Him and his crew, his brother and his brother's wife, all good people. So go check out Johnny Vibes on YouTube. Cheeseburgers has a question this time with his $2. Opinion on Baccarat. Favorite table game? Birthday hype. So I think that's two different questions and a statement. First one is your opinion on Baccarat.
I've never played Baccarat.
Never?
Never.
I've played it for maybe like 5 minutes. I think it's one of the smallest house edges there is in the casino. So if you want to just gamble and do so at a loss, an expected loss, Baccarat is one of the options, one of the more reasonable options. If you're just looking to gamble against the house, then it's reasonable.
Okay. Now, do you have
It's not like, yeah.
If you bet on the house's hand, does that give you the better edge or no?
It's not.
It does not matter.
It's not the house's hand. It's
the banker,
like,
right?
yeah. There's two options: the banker or the player, or the tie. So if you bet on the banker, I think it's slightly better for you than betting on the player.
Makes sense.
Nobody quote me on anything gambling related whatsoever because I don't want to face a lawsuit in the future. Favorite table game? I really like craps just because generally it's like people are betting on the same thing and it's sort of like a fun sort of high-fivey environment when you win, everyone wins, etc. But I haven't been spending time in the pits, thankfully, for quite some number of days. I think I left most of that in the past. But, you know, if you want to play low stakes within your spending entertainment budget, have at it. You might be wondering what the racket is. These people don't know we're trying to live stream over here. Need to scroll back here in the chat real quick. Zach Coops. Tax season's coming. Do you guys use any software to manage budgets / taxes, or do you have a CPA do it?
Okay. This is embarrassing because I am a CPA. I have someone else do it. I just have my records, so send that off to someone else. I wasn't in the tax field myself, and even those people who are in corporate tax, they usually have their own individual tax people do their taxes, or a lot of them do at least. So yeah, I have someone else do it.
I also have someone else do it. I have a gambling tax professional do everything. And that's pretty much what I would suggest is having someone like that do it, because there's all sorts of like deductions that you need to be aware of, and you also need to be, you're supposed to be paying quarterly as a gambling professional gambler. So there's just all sorts of like specifics that go along with the profession of gambling for a living. So I can't be bothered to keep on top of all of those changing things that happen in the tax world, and I would much rather pay a couple $100s or whatever it is to have someone who's a professional, who's going to be on top of it, and point me to the direction of all of those deductions that I can take. And the guy that I use, his name is Russ Fox. So just Google Russ Fox. He's pretty well known in Las Vegas, at least among the gambling community. So if you're looking for somebody in Vegas, check him out. All right, so let me scroll back up to the current comments here. Josh says, I know Russ Fox. Russ Fox is a G. He's on Twitter. You can find him on there, and then you should be on your way to getting in touch with him if you're looking for tax help as a poker player / gambler. But yeah, there's no way I would be able to do it all myself. Every year that I've filed as a professional gambler, I've had professional help. Try a pickle shot, says Fish and Grits and Cone Bread. Pickle shot. I don't know. That doesn't sound too appetizing. Someone says try a pickle shot. You know what a pickle shot is?
No, let's do it though.
Maybe later. Maybe later. Hella gross, says P. Fox. Papa Charlie, my buddy Papa Charlie says, when are you heading out to Michigan? Friday. I'll be there. Friday evening. But I'll probably just be chilling with family for the most part. And I'm going to try and get a session in, though, after Christmas, I think. Andrew, why you look so tired? I don't know. I'm good. I'm pretty good right now.
Yeah, you seem pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of work that goes into like playing poker, doing all the poker vlogs, doing a lot of stuff, man. You're a busy guy.
If you're not like pretty worn out by the end of your day,
you didn't do it right.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on like how you want to feel and like what you're trying to do. What time is it, by the way? Because we need to make sure.
James Franco has like a pretty interesting philosophy on like sleep, where he thinks he hates sleep because he thinks that you're giving up on the day. 6:41.
Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Do we?
Yeah, we gotta go.
How do you?
We gotta get over there.
All right.
How do you budget? Let me see this. Another tax question. How do you budget for taxes? Do you take money out of your wins on a daily basis? Yeah, you probably should do that. I'm not that great at it, and it's slightly painful when it comes to tax time. But yeah, you just sort of like you're supposed to be paying quarterly, so you pay quarterly estimates based on what the previous year, what you won in the previous year, and you apply that to the next year, and then you can take adjustments later on in the year, or if you pay too much and you end up having a losing year, you get a refund. I think that's how it works.
Sounds right. I haven't been doing that.
Check out Russ Fox. Send him, find him on Twitter or just Google him. Russ Fox, gambling tax professional, and yeah, go check out a professional, and that's gonna be way more helpful than whatever random poker player you are in touch with. All right. I think we should go. We got to pack up and then get over there. So hopefully anyone who's watching this in Vegas will come hang out with us at the Westgate. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in vlog number 100, which if you didn't hear me before, it's going to take me a little while to edit, longer than usual. This will be like the longest stretch that it'll be in between vlogs, and the longest it'll take me to edit any one video. The first vlog I ever had took me like 2 full days to edit. This one's gonna take me longer, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So sounds like it's gonna be.
I don't want to build the
awesome,
hype
man.
that much, though.
Let's build the hype.
That's too much hype. I need to bring your guys' expectations.
Vlog
way
100,
down. Come
best
back down.
vlog of all time. You heard it here first.
Come back to earth.
On the live stream.
It's not gonna change your life. Trust me.
It's gonna change your life. You're gonna think differently about poker after.
You're gonna be like, he built that up way too much.
No, you've actually got me excited. I don't know what's gonna happen.
You're gonna say
vlog
he
100.
spent way too much time editing that 10-minute vlog.
I don't think anyone's gonna be like. I don't think anyone's gonna think that. So
right.
yeah, it's gonna be cool though.
Thanks for being here, y'all. Where the hell did William go? Good question. Can't tell you. He's on a truck. He's already on a truck on his way to Northern California. Find him there, and you'll find us in the poker room here. See you guys later. Thanks for being here.